So, I never thought it was actually gonna happen, but it did. It actually did. Look where we're at, and look who we got here. So, we're gonna fucking. I'll give you guys an update, bro. Give you guys an update. Let me go talk to him. Let me see what's happening. That's correct. With the stage 3 comp?
For your comp 3, you'll be getting a fat output, billet intermediate, and you're going to get a fat input as well, which I believe we're running a Sanger input with yours. For yours, I believe, are we doing a 47? Are you doing a swap? Yours is a swap truck.
Yeah,
correct?
swap.
Swap truck. So I'm guessing we'll probably do a 47, but we actually machine our pressure plates for your direct drum, so we can actually fit an extra clutch. For 47s, you go from a 4 clutch setup to a 5, and for 48s, you go from a 5 clutch setup to a 6.
Oh, beautiful.
We'll actually, and we run, you know, higher grade clutch than stock. We run GPZs. We'll run your Vesta GPZs. That's these. This is your direct clutch pack here. And like I said, we go through, we refresh it all, we reseal the whole trans, and I believe you'll be getting a triple disc converter as well. So yeah, you'll be getting a triple disc converter, fat input, intermediate, fat output. That's a big ass truck.
And what are these parts, bro? Can you run me through them real quick?
Sander billet input shaft with a TCS billet forward drum, Sonex billet intermediate shaft, 6-pinion aluminum planetary in the rear, 5-pinion front with front steel. Put your direct drum together, that's your stator support for the pump. Your pump body here.
And what is that you just set right now?
Just the bushing.
That's the bushing right there.
This rise in here.
Oh, wow. Never get to see where it actually happens. That's crazy.
Yep, so here it is. This is David Large's 590 truck. We're already doing some front suspension on it and did a wishbone in the back. Just some minor suspension changes. Over there's a 69 Camaro, did a Duramax swap, a little twin turbo setup.
Have you ever ran that one yet?
No, it's getting close to where we can pull the engine out, paint everything, and put it back together for final assembly.
Wow.
It's got a Bosch dangling harness, and then we had somebody here this morning looking at finishing out the interior. We're gonna try to have a finished look inside with kind of like a resto mod. So,
Oh, that'll be gnarly.
Rail project. That's gonna get the aluminum Cummins with the Turbo 400.
Oh, those are so much longer in person Like when you see them on the when you see them from the spectators.
Right, you don't think that?
No.
So it's just a shell right now. We got the body over in the other building, but it'll be a lot of work here in the next couple months getting this thing together.
The engine just sits right here,
Yeah.
right behind the driver.
Yeah. We got to modify the frame, widen the upper frame rail so it fits the Cummins in there.
Was this like a gas-powered one to begin with?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. Then we've got we just moved a couple other projects out because we got to get this car out here in the trailer. They're here to pick it up, but this is the Pro Street truck that is now owned by Justin Ziegler, and we just cut the whole front end off of it because it doesn't have to pull a sled anymore. Because with UCC, they're allowing the second truck in a team to do sled pull with. So
Okay.
he's going to drag race and dyno with this truck, and then have another truck for the sled pull. So we cut the front end off. That saved us 140 pounds of factory frame rail. We're going to build a dual frame rail around the front with new shock mounts because we have to make room for his big compound setup.
Wow.
A lot of work that's going to go into this.
A lot of
Finishing back
tube in
up.
here too. A whole lot of tube to build
Yeah.
these.
And this is Cody's car. You can see he's completely redoing the cage and rear forelinks, and get carbon tubs, and gonna redo.
What
the front end.
are these brackets here? Sorry. Are these brackets here for the suspension mounts?
Yes. So this will be the front of the forelink. So you see these guys right
Okay.
here. Then the axle, he's got floating in here somewhere, but then that way you have all these adjustments, so you can change your instant center. That affects how the chassis reacts when you launch the car. And the more rigid you make this, and the tighter these bolt holes are to the bolts, the less the car will twist and turn. Makes a really big difference in a chassis setup when you get everything tight and rigid. And then he's going to do a dual frame up to the firewall as well. So he's still working on it. He's doing this evenings and weekends since it's his personal project.
I mean, it's quite the project.
Yeah, and just back here, we've got stuff pushing around a little bit right now. We got a little plasma table back there, so we can do all our custom brackets. It's our tubing bender where we do all our roll cages and roll bars. Our new bead roller, we just got this from Mittler Brothers and have not got it set up yet. So we're hoping to help. That's really going to help our sheet metal work.
So you guys got to see Firepunk. I mean, I'm equally as impressed as you guys are. I mean, the level of trucks here is insane. And I figured there's no better place to bring my blue truck than to the performance shop of all performance shops. So I will catch up with you guys in the next update video on the build. For now, just stay tuned.